Hello everyone, Jim Shear here, and we have reached the top 40. It is the top 40 artists ever, picked by over 200 musicians, including Alicia Keys, Gene Simmons, 50 Cent, and Billy Idol. All other lists are hereby voided. Let us continue with the countdown.
The Police, greatest three-piece band of all times.
Andy Summers is a great guitar player. Stuart Copeland's a great drummer. Sting is a great songwriter. But together, what they came up with was from another planet.
Roxanne, you don't have to put on the red light.
The Police were creating new sounds, combining this like reggae sound with this punk rock sound, with these melodic hooks, and it was just like nothing else out there.
Sting has a very beautiful voice. It has that raspy sound to it. It's very unique.
Every breath you take.
When I would come out with these songs back in the day, it was one hit after another.
I love the song Every Breath You Take. I think it's sort of like a classic piece of pop songwriting. It's literally an instant classic.
They were considered like early alternative back in that day, and then to have a song that crossed over and to be such a commercial big hit, it obviously affected a lot of people.
Part of the energy of the band was this constant tension between the three egos, which worked when the music reflects that tension.
At the height of their fame, all of a sudden, these guys are not going to be together. And people were like, no! But they did a reunion tour.
Just a castaway, I see.
I went to go see the Police in a number of different cities. Being at the reunion tour made me realize how popular the Police really were.
The Police are definitely my favorite artists. At least for me personally, they've had the biggest impact on my life.
At the time, I used to love the Beatles and the Stones, and the Kinks came out and knocked me back.
Kinks came out when I was in high school, and I just went crazy.
You really got me going. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing.
The Kinks developed the guitar chopping style. I call it the big riff.
You really got me. That was, to me, the first punk rock guitar sound.
I played it and played it and played it. I couldn't stop playing it.
Dirty old river, must you keep rolling into.
The Kinks are absolutely one of the greatest rock bands that ever existed. And you put on their records now, and it's like, this is groundbreaking, inspired pop music.
Ray David started getting into that sophisticated chronicling of the British life.
Terry meets Julie, Waterloo Station.
Kinks were never afraid to fail. And we did stuff that was edgy and chancy.
They started the whole brother rivalry thing, too, before Oasis ever got to that.
Well, we did try to kill one another on several occasions, but, you know, it's just brother stuff.
The Kinks, I still love to this day. It was great rock and roll. It's a great British band.
They just funky.
I can remember staring at this. I thought it was so cool that there was white, long-haired dudes in a band with black, freaky dudes and chicks. And this music will kick your ass.
Sly was just kind of boogieing and enjoying it, and he had the Family Stone, and they was just getting real funky.
Sly Stone, man, is genius. Lyrically dealing with all the social issues of the late 60s and early 70s.
Right, and I can be wrong. My own beliefs are in my soul.
I just thought that was such an awesome band, you know. And just the way they dressed and just the things they had to say, you know, were just so powerful and positive.
Made these amazing sounding records, but there's a dark side too.
If you want me to stay, I'll be around today.
He had bad ulcer problems, and that started getting him into drugs, and then the drugs just escalated and escalated until the whole thing just fell apart in the early 80s, and he just drifted into obscurity.
We'll stay here. I got the baby.
We went to Clive Davis's party a couple of years ago, and Sly was there. Every musician went over to his table and shook his hand. Everybody went over there and gave homage to him because he was the one that blew the lid off this whole thing.
He was a pioneer.
Loving you isn't the right thing to do.
Fleetwood Mac was a great band. They were exciting, they sounded good, they were just a good band that made really, really good songs.
They really wrote some of the best music of the 20th century.
Fleetwood Mac took the kind of music that I loved, kind of country-inspired music, and made it rock.
You can go your own way.
Fleetwood Mac made one of the biggest albums of all time, Rumours. It was fraught with personal drama and drugs.
I mean, it's proper soap opera, but what it produced was these amazing electric songs that will never ever die.
I took my love and I took it down.
Stevie's voice is so distinct, it's so unique, and I think that's one of the things people love about her.
Well, I've been afraid of changing 'cause I built my life.
They're such a classic sounding band, and that's never going to really go out of fashion.
I still love Fleetwood Mac. You know, I still go see Fleetwood Mac play when they come down, and I always feel when I leave, I'm floating, and like I've just been in the presence of something mystical.
Hey, we're just getting started this hour. The artists only get more gigantic from here. Here's a look ahead.
Paul McCartney is the reason why most of us are here. One of the greatest songwriters, musicians, singers of all time.
I love Guns N' Roses. They just stood out because they just had a little extra oomph.